So welcome back, guys, and here we go again. This time it's gonna be our diamond bats between Klaw and NinjaOng, and it is Protoss versus Protoss time. You are here in the official broadcast, of course, the Southeast Asia League, and this is really on the line for both of our countries, Philippines, Malaysia. One of these two will be saying goodbye to the Southeast Asia League after this set. And we are all tied up 1-1 right now, as we are going to be getting into our Protoss versus Protoss matchup between Klaw and NinjaOng. Now the question is though, what is going to be planned here moving into Deathaura LE? It's a smaller map, maybe some cheese going to work out. As we say before, it's still a best of 1 effectively in our best of 7 for each player, because they're only able to play once anyway. So this is the perfect time to do something a little crazy and surprise the opposition. But as we said before, score is all tied up after Phoenix getting that victory there on Golden Wall LE. Let's move on now to our next game between our next remaining players. So here we go, guys. We are at it again. Introducing first, on the southeast side of Deathaura LE, it is going to be our green Protoss from Malaysia. The man who is in the legends. The man who strikes from the shadows. This guy is named NinjaOng. And his opponents here on the top left instead, representing the Philippines. This guy knows how to play it right. He's always just looking for the race, looking to get a scratch on. It is our red Protoss, Klaw. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be getting at it again. It is time right here, right now, for both of our players to get into this one. And if you guys know how to use the WCS overlay, I gotta ask you, how do you flip the names where the guy down below goes onto the top part and the guy on top goes to the low part? Please tell me if you know it onto the comments. But as we are going to be getting into our PvP, what's the plan here? 1 gate, 1 core here for Klaw. In the meantime, NinjaOng will be playing it safe to go for the 2 gate, 1 core. And oh no, we've seen this before. 1 gate, 1 core expand here for Klaw. A little dangerous to do in a PvP, because now NinjaOng has 2 gateways, which means he can double pump at 2 kinds of different units. And well, it's kind of scary to think with and deal with if you cannot defend your Nexus points in time. So though for Klaw right now, gonna be going down below perhaps with that base, and he is gonna be setting up with a pylon as well. Stalker though gonna get Chrono boosted on out, and oh, NinjaOng making a small mistake there. He's not going for the pylon as of yet. It just means he will get supply block for the time being. What's the plan here for NinjaOng? But eventually his pylon is online, and interesting enough, he does go for the proxy, but it's kind of on his side of the base. But in any case, Klaw is just gonna be looking to be a pest. Wants to set up the pylon there, and will cancel it out to try and slow things down. NinjaOng though, in the meantime, this is still good enough for at least a little bit of a anchor points in a way, but the rocks are gonna be in position, so it isn't gonna be as quick as NinjaOng would expect to get the transition on. Although in the meantime, already cleaning up those scouts, has the second Nexus point up and running, so if he can stay alive, this is gonna be pretty good for him to keep his economy in a good way. In any case though, Klaw right now gonna be looking to Chrono boost things out, and there we go with more and more probes for the side of our red Protoss. Now the question is, will NinjaOng be able to punish this accordingly? He does get this Immortal, he's looking for it, he's gonna be trying to bring in the hurt in the first place. And then Immortal, sometimes it's just such a raid boss situation that you can't really do anything about it. But I love what Klaw is doing. He micros his macro, puts a pylon in the way, and this forces these adepts to just go on away instead. Immortal though from NinjaOng ready to go, and what is going to be the plan of action? 2 Stalkers, 2 Adepts, 1 Immortal. That's a pretty scary force, and all things considered. But the question is, can Klaw get a battery overcharge for the upcoming fight? Because here we go again with these shades. Klaw though having a probe is patrolled over there, puts up a pylon, and is safe yet again from his main base getting scouted. So at the very least, I really like what Klaw is doing there, but now he is going to be forced to deal with the reckoning of the Immortal. Stalker's going to get morphed on and just die immediately. Klaw going to be staying onto the other side though, and the Adept's going to get caught out there! What an angle taken! by Klaw in the first place. And these adepts will be going on down in smokes. Shield Battery though is the target. That will be easy tidings there for the side of NinjaOng. But those could have been a really good pair of adepts to help things out. In any case, Klaw gonna be going for his own shield battery, and this is the Immortal 2. Remember, 4 kills so far. The probes are going for the tickle battle, and this is still gonna be some substantial damage onto Immortal still. He needs to go for the Stalker first though. NinjaOng, you gotta make sure you want to get the Stalker there, and eventually Klaw gets his own Immortal out. Very, very close for a PH player, but the Malaysian side unable to stabilize as of yet. If only NinjaOng had that Immortal there, this could have been game, set, and match. 2 Immortals versus 1. 2 would be 2 more. And too much to handle for Mr. Klaw. But now, with everything at least a little bit standstill, NinjaOng will have to go back to the drawing board. And he realizes this already. He's going to be going for his own expansion. At least he's still going for a few pokes here and there. Has been a solid game though so far, and Klaw right now gonna be keeping an eye out with the battery overcharge in the first place. Shield battery though, trying to get a little bit more out of that one. Some more juice for these units. And NinjaOng making it a little obvious in what he wants to do so far. So a really good hold here from Klaw. Microing his macro. Doing so much there. And now he is going to be able to rebuild his workers and look to stay alive. Another thing to note though, this battery overcharge is going to be on cooldown for the time being. So Klaw has to be careful in terms of that positioning. If the Immortals are able to blow up Stalkers really, really quickly, that's going to be the big game changer there. And the problem for Klaw right now is he doesn't really respect NinjaOng's number of Immortals here. He's only getting his second Immortal right now. And Klaw is going to be on the back foot yet again. 3 damage on the Nexus point. And still, this is what the power of the twin gateway opening is all about. Klaw though gonna get his own kind of Stalker base. And I think the big issue right now for Klaw is, since he's not getting too many Immortals, he is losing again and again in the Stalker Immortal duel. Sentry, Immortal, Stalker. A pretty base composition here from NinjaOng so far. And he's gonna be going for the drop instead. Now this is the plan of action here. There we go with the Sentry getting the force field on. But that's an Immortal onto that side. And 1 Immortal gonna go down there from NinjaOng. A good idea, not the best execution though, and Klaw is gonna be on the offensive instead. He has the advantage right now with 2 Immortals in his name, and while NinjaOng is gonna be getting that cycle of Stalkers there, it doesn't matter because not only does the Warp Prism fall, but these Immortals are on the march, and Klaw is just getting a little bit more out of these fangs. Really commendable from our Red Protoss. Whoa! NinjaOng though having something a little bit to play for here on Deathaura. Using that Speed Zone, able to turn on around at the right time. It's time for the retreat here for our Green Protoss so far. Seems like though he just wants to anchor onto his robo facility, make sure that it will stand the test of times. And Immortals and Stalkers versus Immortals and Stalkers. The question is who will win? But this is some really good positioning from Klaw so far. He has the concave, and he is going to be able to shut down his robo facility ASAP. Probe right now trying to get in position, but without that production, this is perfect right now for Klaw. He can go on the offensive. He knows he's the only one who's going to have Immortals so far, unless his opponent has another robo facility in his base. But the problem there is no, he doesn't. He only has 2 gates and that's it. NinjaOng though getting the battery just in time, goes for the overcharge early, and Klaw gonna be retreating, buying some time, some space for himself to respect his opponents and look to do something a little different. That seems like for Klaw though, time for the drops this time, and it isn't as obvious as you would expect. NinjaOng still trying to regroup, still trying to rebuild. And this is gonna be our second game here, ladies and gentlemen. Pro build gonna be going on down. Warp Prism gonna be getting the hell out of there. And Klaw right now, some good control on the north side of the map. This is a Stalker though, getting torn apart, getting torn asunder. And these are the probes going on down yet again. Here we go though with the brawl one more time. Klaw is just getting free damage so far. And eventually 1 Immortal will die. I love how NinjaOng has gotten the zone out against the Warp Prism. But the problem there is the Immortal got some lot of damage in the first place. And oh no. That's just NinjaOng hurting so very badly. Klaw not only doing the impossible, honestly, surviving against 2 gate 1 core with a Nexus first approach, but also being the one to take the advantage in the robo facility. It took him his sweet time to get that second Immortal up and running, but he was just able to do something there. I'm glad we're both Diamonds. NinjaOng just enjoying the show in the first place, and it is time right now for more and more of these Stalkers to get into play. Defo not Smurfs here. These two guys are just like, okay, we're making some mistakes that we know are mistakes, but it really has been a pretty good back and forth so far. But NinjaOng though gonna be on the offensive this time. We go with Immortals, we go in Stalkers again, and it really feels like it's that kind of mirror matchup into this game. But the big game changer has to be Klaw's Blink Stalker. If they are going to be sticking on Stalker versus Stalker, having that Blink Stalker is instrumental to get the best micro on. In the meantime, NinjaOng going to be going for Charge Slot instead. An interesting plan of action here for our Green Protoss. Especially though that third base will be getting shut down immediately. Klaw though in the meantime with the army count advantage. And he is going to be going for that push. Turnabout though is fair play, and the Immortal's gonna be getting some free damage on again, but this is gonna be Klaw right now, focusing heavily onto the Immortal, and he loses too much there. This time, he's the one who gets split apart. And this is gonna be good tidings here for Klaw so far. There we go though with another pincer attack, and Klaw trying to reinforce from the other side. A lot of damage on both ends though, and here comes the reinforcement cycle. Eventually, NinjaOng will be falling down there in terms of his army, but I gotta say, that's some really good damage from NinjaOng for quite a while before Klaw just had the numbers in his favor. So maybe a Master Recall could have helped him out there. But this is still gonna be NinjaOng right now. Looking to retreat, looking to still have a few units in to play. Blink though is ready to go, and this is pretty much the upgrade of destruction that Klaw will enjoy and the floor to use. Now it's time for the micro on in, and the Blink Stalker's getting in position. Warp Prison though, use that as bait, and with the Zealots in position, there's still a few units that can get some damage on in the first place. So I don't really agree with what Klaw did there. He tried to use the Warp Prism as bait so far, but in the end, it just falls apart there. So he doesn't have the reinforcement cycle that he's looking for. He's down by Nar Army right now, and these Zealots are getting in his face. Immortal though trying to get on away. He doesn't want to leave that Immortal behind. And Klaw right now trying to go for the push-pull antics. Here we go though with the Zealots yet again. Trying to get back in position. Finally the recall is there, but the damage is a little too much. And while the units are stunned, they will get torn apart. And Klaw has to regroup and recoup yet again. This is a battle that can go either way. As we said, mistakes and triumphs on both sides, making a key difference there. NinjaOng right now is the one who will survive. He also gets a head start onto the third base, so our Malaysia side gonna be looking pretty good after all of that. Pylon though here from NinjaOng to proxy attacks onto the forts. It seems like the plan there is to reinforce with one big attack. In any case, Klaw right now is adding things up, wanting to play defense, and what is now the next step on this list. Warp Prism here for NinjaOng. Interesting enough though, I'm not seeing a Forge upgrade as of yet. On the other side, Klaw gonna be going for his own +1 by the 12-minute mark, as well as the charge lot. And it really just proves that these guys have been very, very busy with one another to focus on macro instead. Anyway though, it seems like for our Red Protoss, he has survived the test of time, and he will be trying to get a little bit of a reprieve after all of that. Seems like the game pace has slowed down after NinjaOng successfully defends. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for the 200 mark instead before anything else. Archon drop can be painful, especially on a probe line that is unattended for. And with the Sonic Shockwave getting some splash damage on, there's some free tidings on some big, bulky units. Time to go for the drop on that right now. And here we go with power overwhelming, forcing out that Warp Prism cycle. And this will allow NinjaOng to try and go on the assault on the third base instead. Units out of position. Golden Cannon right now. Gonna be going on that. Charge us though into play, Fear from Klaw as well. And what's the plan right now for NinjaOng? He's gonna be going for the drop play again. These are gonna be the Archons out in front. And the Stalker is gonna be the target so far. Goodbye to those range units. And hello to the funnel. I love this from NinjaOng. He's always in position, but at the same time, that battery down below getting the heals just in time. Zealous right now gonna warp on in, and these probes are just dying absolutely for free. There we go though with the brawl yet again, and NinjaOng is trying to bait out his opponent every single time. But the problem here for Ninja is he doesn't have the army again. 67 right now versus 35. A few picks here and there, really working out here for Klaw. And think to notice, he's just intercepting at the right time. NinjaOng again has to retreat. Might be losing the stock here. One more blade should do it. There we go with the cleanup. And he is gonna be on the prowl already. The attack gonna be in order. Archon gonna get caught. And Klaw right now is just making sure these side blades are as sharp as his own fangs. Here comes the brawl again. Charge shots right now gonna get in position. Stalkers, Immortals, and Archons working together. And it seems like it's an interesting assault here for NinjaOng. He's going for +1 shields. Something you don't really get too often. And this is gonna be the Nexus right now. Going on down to all that damage. The +1 on the side of Klaw, really helping on out. +1 there from NinjaOng as well. So he's trying to make these units a little tankier than before. But this is going to be Klaw right now, getting such a big bolt. 65 right now to 7 army. It doesn't seem like NinjaOng is going to have anything in store. And Klaw will give the Philippines a 2-1 lead to try and make it against Vietnam in the next round. Risk equals reward. Klaw surviving with the Nexus first and doing all he can and more. It was really all about that positioning and picking off those Immortals. It just felt like Klaw understanding what better to do, what to really go on. And I gotta commend his prowess, his know-how, his knowledge into that game. Absolutely impressive stuff from Klaw. Able to eke out a victory after being behind for so long. And what's a way to get that dub? But Immortals, never fearing, never ending, and never dying. Those things can stay on and stay alive with those barriers. And the Immortal duels working out in favor of Klaw right there. There you go, guys. Another victory for the PH scene. And it seems like some Pinoy Pride is going to be looking pretty hot tonight. And now it is going to be a pretty big one to go for the next game. But so far, so good here for the PH side, even though they lost one by default. Phoenix and Klaw starting things strong for the Philippines themselves. But the problem there is we've seen this before from Vietnam. Strong start, ended up sputtering at the tail end. Can Malaysia get 3 more to get the comeback on? Or will the Philippines be able to get 2 more and get the win instead to this series? It's gonna be a big one. Saipem and Rangers, some of the best players into both scenes, will be next on the list. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Stick around to Philippines versus Malaysia in the Southeast Asia League.